Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the station? I'm not familiar with the area.
Certainly. If you go straight ahead and turn left at the traffic lights, you'll see it.
Thank you. Is it very far from here?
Not at all. It's only about a 5-minute walk.
That's very helpful. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. I hope you have a pleasant journey.
Excuse me, mate. Do you know where the station is? I'm lost.
Yeah, no probs. Just head straight down there and turn left at the lights.
Oh, nice one. Is it far?
Nah, only about a 5-minute walk.
Oh, brilliant. Cheers. You've saved me loads of time.
All good. Safe travels.
Formal versus informal English. Let's take a look at it. We're going to look at some short conversations in formal English and in more informal, everyday, casual English. So let's listen to the first conversation.
Excuse me, would you mind giving me a bit of help with this report? I'm finding it a bit tricky.
Of course. No problem at all. Would you like me to check the figures or the charts?
If you wouldn't mind looking at both, that would be a big help. I seem to be making mistakes with the totals.
Certainly. Let's go through it together and see what we can do.
Oh, thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Not at all. I'm glad to help out.
So let's look at the formal conversation first and what makes it formal English. Well, first of all, she starts with excuse me. If you want to ask someone something or you are interrupting them, saying excuse me is a really lovely way to stay polite and formal. And what she's really asking is, can you help me with this report? But that's not what she says. She says, would you mind giving me a bit of help with this report? So much longer. So what you'll notice, particularly in British English, is we like to add a lot more words. We don't like to be very direct in formal settings. Think about it like the more formal and polite, the more words you need to use. Would you mind giving? So you can put any verb there with ing on the end. Would you mind helping me? Would you mind coming over here? Would you mind bringing me a glass of water? It's just a super polite, overly formal way of asking someone something. Would you mind giving me a bit of help with this report? That bit of, again, it just makes it less direct. It just pads it out a bit more and softens the request. Almost like just asking for help is too shocking, is too blunt. But if we say a bit of help, we're making the request seem less big. And then he says, of course, no problem at all. Would you like me to? So you often hear would and could in more formal and polite situations. I would like to order, please. Would you like the salad or the fries? Could you please help me with? Now let's hear this conversation in more informal language.
Hey, can you give me a hand with this report? It's doing my head in.
Sure, no probs. Want me to check the numbers or the charts?
Both if you've got a sec. I keep messing up the totals.
All right, let's go through it together. We'll sort it.
Cheers. Really appreciate it. You're a lifesaver.
Don't mention it. Happy to help.
And this question is a lot more direct. Can you give me a hand? We're not saying, would you mind giving me a hand with this report? Informal, we can be a lot more direct. It's doing my head in. So we hear some idiomatic language. If something is doing your head in, it's really aggravating you, it is annoying you, it is frustrating you. Now, don't get confused. I am not saying that you can't use idioms in formal language. I think that's a big misconception with English learners. They think that phrasal verbs and idioms can't be used in formal settings. They can. So this idiom is quite emotional. It's about your feelings. It's about, oh, I'm so annoyed, I'm so aggravated. And we normally talk about our feelings a lot more in informal contexts. You know, if I was in a business meeting or a work interview, I probably wouldn't say something like, oh, it's doing my head in, because that's something very emotional and talking about a negative emotion. But there are lots of idioms that aren't like that, so you can still use them. So don't feel like you can't use idioms in formal settings. Then he says, sure, no probs. So here we see the word problem being shortened to probs. And you hear that a lot in informal language, words being shortened. And notice how he doesn't always talk in complete sentences. Want me to check the numbers or the charts? Not do you want me to? So a lot of informal and casual language starts kind of halfway through the sentence. Then here again, we've got a word that's shortened. So if you've got a sec, that's really common to shorten second to sec. And then look at the thank you. It's not thank you, it's cheers. Cheers is a really informal way of saying thank you. Okay, let's listen to another formal conversation and see what we can learn from it.
I was wondering if you'd like to go for a coffee later. It might be nice to have a short break.
That sounds lovely. Did you have anywhere particular in mind?
I thought we could try the new cafe by the station. I've heard good things about it.
That would be perfect. What time suits you?
How about 3 o'clock? That should give us enough time after the meeting.
Excellent. I'll see you there. Just let me know if you're running late.
Of course, I'll send you a quick message if so.
Okay, so notice again the use of the word would. I was wondering if you'd like. Now, the would is hidden with an apostrophe. If you'd means you would. Don't be afraid to contract words in formal language. If you don't contract words, you might sound a bit like a robot. I was wondering if you would like to come for a coffee with me. I am very happy to see you today. In written contexts, if you're writing a very formal letter, then there's kind of different rules there. But in spoken English, it's absolutely fine. Notice all these complete sentences with a beginning, middle, and an end. And there's a bit of idiomatic language in here. Running late. Just let me know if you're running late. We don't need to say, please warn me if you shall be late. We don't need to talk like we're in a book. We can talk like real people, even in formal settings. So don't feel like you have to switch on this Shakespearean way of speaking. Now let's hear the more informal version.
Fancy grabbing a coffee later? I'm desperate for a break.
Yeah, sounds good. Where do you want to go?
Maybe that new cafe by the station? Heard it's decent.
Works for me. What time are you thinking?
About 3? Gives us a bit of time after the meeting.
Perfect. See you there. Hey, don't be late though.
Okay, so we start off with fancy grabbing. Fancy doing something, very British way of saying, do you want to? So, fancy a bottle of water? Do you want one? Or fancy coming to the party later on? Or fancy being my friend? Do you want to? And we put it with ing at the end. So again, this is not a complete sentence. We're not saying, do you fancy grabbing a coffee? We're saying, fancy grabbing a coffee? Grabbing as well, to grab a coffee. That's quite an informal way of speaking. And then he says, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? So a lot of that combining words together. So instead of want to, wanna. Instead of do you, do. What time are you thinking? Instead of what time are you thinking of, what time are you thinking? So in informal settings, be prepared to be a bit surprised by what you hear because it might be different to what you have read in your grammar books. Okay, the next 2 conversations, we are going to hear one after the other. So we're going to hear the formal version first and then the informal version. See if you can hear the differences.
I'm so sorry to keep you waiting. The bus was late.
That's absolutely fine. I've only just arrived myself.
Oh, that's a relief. I really didn't want to keep you waiting around.
Honestly, it's no trouble. I was just catching up on a few messages.
Still, I'll make sure to leave a bit earlier next time.
That sounds sensible. Public transport can be quite unpredictable, can't it?
Sorry I'm late. The bus was a nightmare. Took forever to show up.
No worries. Only just got here myself.
Oh good. Didn't want to keep you waiting ages.
Honestly, it's fine. I was just scrolling on my phone. No biggie.
Well, next time I'm defo leaving earlier. That bus is useless.
Yeah, public transport's a bit of a gamble, innit?
Okay, did you hear that contrast between the full sentences of the formal version and the kind of half sentences of the informal version? And again, we're shortening words in the informal version. Defo instead of definitely. And the final thing we heard in the informal conversation was in it. I love in it. In it. We say that all the time in Britain. Public transport's a bit of a gamble, innit? It's like a clarification, isn't it? Again, I wouldn't say in it if I was meeting King Charles. I probably wouldn't, you know. Okay, same again. I'm going to show you both conversations, one after the other. See what differences you can hear.
Do you have any plans for the weekend?
Nothing in particular. I might just stay in and watch a film. What about you?
I was thinking of going to the park, assuming the weather's nice. It would be good to get some fresh air.
Ooh, that does sound nice. Last weekend wasn't great. I ended up indoors most of the time.
Yes, I know the feeling. If it's sunny, perhaps we could all go together?
That would be lovely. Let's see what the forecast says nearer the time.
Got any plans for the weekend?
Not really. Might just chill at home, watch a film. You?
Thinking of going to the park if the weather's decent. Could do with some fresh air.
Yeah, makes sense. Last weekend was rubbish. Stuck inside all day.
True. If it's sunny, we should all go together.
Yeah, good shout. Let's see what the forecast says.
So let's just pick out some of the interesting things from the informal conversation. So we've got chill at home. To chill. That's a nice verb. Again, quite an informal verb. It means to relax. And the question is you, not what about you or how about you. So maybe in more formal context, we would say, oh, I think I'm going to relax at home. How about you? Whereas in a more casual context, you can just say, you, good shout, instead of good idea. I say that all the time. Oh yeah, good shout. Good shout. Okay, final conversations. These ones are a little bit different. So let's hear them both.
Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the station? I'm not familiar with the area.
Certainly. If you go straight ahead and turn left at the traffic lights, you'll see it.
Thank you. Is it very far from here?
Not at all. It's only about a 5-minute walk.
That's very helpful. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. I hope you have a pleasant journey.
Excuse me, mate. Do you know where the station is? I'm lost.
Yeah, no probs. Just head straight down there and turn left at the lights.
Oh, nice one. Is it far?
Nah, only about a 5-minute walk.
Ah, brilliant. Cheers. You've saved me loads of time.
All good. Safe travels.
So we've got that polite, indirect question again. Could you tell me how? The more formal you want to be, the more indirect your questions normally become. So instead of where's the station? Direct. Could you tell me where the station is? Indirect. You're most welcome. Ooh, that's lovely. Very formal. You're most welcome. Instead of no worries. Or don't mention it. Or in the informal one, we have all good. All good. We also have the use of mate in the informal version. Excuse me, mate. You know, I wouldn't call my job interviewer mate. I wouldn't call my boss mate. But I might call someone on the street, someone at my level, mate. So there we go. I hope that was useful for you to hear the same conversations one after the other, both in formal English and informal English. The main thing I want to tell you is don't worry too much about having to have two completely different versions of English. I think if you learn a pretty neutral English, you can use it in most contexts. But I think it's interesting just to be aware of those subtle differences. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe and give it a like. If you would like a PDF for every video, 2 live streams a month, and the videos 4 days early, make sure you click the join button and become a member. You can head to smashingenglish.com to see all of our amazing English courses. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Ta-ta!